Hi, everybody. This is author Latoya Garrett. I am back with a new interview where I was interviewed about my new anthology, Confident Is She, which dropped yesterday on Amazon. You can order the paperback and the ebook on Amazon. If you want an autographed paperback, you can go to my bookstore, payhip.com/author Latoya Garrett, and you can order all sorts of books, my new coloring book, my workbook journal. All of that is available for purchase. Um, in this interview, I will be talking a little bit more about myself and about the new anthology. Just sit back, watch the intro, and then watch the interview.
Welcome to More Author Chat. My name is Latoya Nicole. I am a co-author in this amazing book by this phenomenal visionary, and her name happens to be Latoya too. So let's welcome Latoya and let's get to know you more. So tell us about yourself.
My name is Latoya Garrett. I am from a small town in Louisiana, so Podunk, Louisiana. I am a full-time writer, author, blogger, a full-time aunt to amazing nephews. I started writing in 2018. That's when I first published my first book, The Little Girl in You, Believe in Yourself. It was a small publication for young girls. I'm a I'm goofy. I love to laugh. I love comedy TV shows. I'm a big Marvel fan, and I love The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. I watch it almost every day.
Wow, well, I have plenty of family members that love The Walking Dead, and they've been trying to get me to watch it. So I think I may do that now. I may
Yeah, watch it. It's very addicting to watch it. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to binge watch it because I know I gotta catch up because it's a
yeah.
lot. It's a lot of seasons, right?
Yes, 11 seasons, and now they have spin-offs. So yeah,
Oh, I'll be forever. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Well, thank you so much for being here today and to talk about your new book. I heard you say that you are a writer full time. Let me just say that goals. I cannot wait until I can get on a platform and say I write full time. Okay, love
yeah.
it. But you are a writer and you do editing because you worked on several of my projects, and then you have more in the future of mine to do
Yeah.
that I'll be talking about later. But the project that we're going to talk about today, though, your confidence book, I just want to know what inspired the topic of this anthology for this hour. Like at this time, what inspired you to want to share stories about this particular topic?
Well, it was supposed to be a thing last year. I did all the preliminary work. And because I've always asked God to help me build my confidence every year. That is my New Year's resolution. Help me build my confidence. And he does that every year. I get like another level of confidence. So, and that's near and dear to my heart because I feel like so many women need that boost of confidence because we are so busy being and doing all these different roles and, kind of leave ourselves out. So we kind of
Yeah,
push our own dreams and aspirations to the back, but
that's true.
we shouldn't have to do that because we have a purpose too. And doing everything for everybody, we also people please, and that's idolatry. So you have to move past that and be able to balance all of that, but you got to have that confidence. So that's what made me do this book. So when I did put it out last year, I didn't get anybody to, really take interest in it. So remember when I talked to you about it, you was like,
Mhm.
yeah, just do it now. Do it I said, I'll do it in March. And we got 5 people. I was ecstatic over the 5 people because, I didn't care about, the numbers.
Yeah.
It did kind of make me scared. And I was like, I don't know how we're going to round out a whole book of 5 people. But it worked out. It really did work.
It did. Yeah, you made it happen. And here's a cover of the book, you guys. Awesome. And there's the back. These 5 beautiful ladies. This is beautiful. I mean, this is beautifully done. And I will say, I love your work. I have plenty of your, do you call them romance novels?
Yeah, Black Christian
Okay.
romance. Yeah.
Christian romance. Okay. I have plenty of those on my Kindle and I absolutely love them. I love your writing, period.
Thank you.
You have a fan, period.
Well, thank you. Thank you for purchasing and
Yes.
reading.
Yes, I have some of them. I still got to go back and leave my reviews, but yes, I love your books, and I can't wait to. You have enough. Well, I'm about to spill the beans. I know this one is coming out soon, right? Is it September?
It's September the 3rd. That's in a few days, really. That'll be
And
next
you
week.
have
Yeah.
another book coming out too, though, don't
On
you?
the 15th. Yes.
Yes, I thought so. Keep it up, girl. Keep it up.
Yeah.
And if you're not subscribed to Latoya's what it is it like your email marketing?
My email list.
Y'all better go ahead and get on that because she always gives us some juicy stuff away, like downloads for our books and everything. So definitely at the end I'll have her tell you how you can do that, but definitely go ahead and sign up. So next question. I read your chapter. I've read it several times because when I first read it, I cried so much because I felt like that was me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go read it a couple of more times. So I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about your chapter in this book, you guys. Okay. So you did reveal that you were experiencing like emotional turmoil and you asked God to show you where that was coming from. Mm-hmm. And God revealed it to you. You don't have to give it away. Let them read the book. But yeah. I just wanted to know, once that was revealed, the root, how did you go about laying the axe to it?
Well, prior to that, the axe was already in motion before I even really knew the root, because I started doing a lot of webinars with the organization Meriden Young. Have you heard of Jamal and Natasha Miller?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. I found out about them in 2018. I had been following their stuff on Facebook and I didn't know it. But it finally showed up 2018 when I was just so tired of, just feeling like crap all the time. So it was like break the cycle. That's what started. Break the cycle of old things, stuff that I didn't even realize I was holding on to.
Yes.
So that laid the foundation. Every year something different changed. And it was like a revival every time. So right before I got the answer to my prayer of like revealing the root, that's when I was like, you know what? I just feel like I'm under attack emotionally for some reason. This keeps popping up. Like I will have these highs and then next thing I know, here come the lows. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that, because I've been doing the work. I've been doing, really good. I feel good about myself, but it's just before I knew it, it's something coming and I don't feel my best. So I said, God, you're going to have to tell me something, because I don't know what's going on. So I brought up the conversation to my mother of about this person. It was just a random conversation because this person had died months prior. And so I said, I didn't like this person when I was a little girl. And she said, you had reason not to like him. And I was like, really? Why? Because normally kids are taught, you respect adults and all that kind of stuff. But she didn't say that. She was like, no, you have reason. And come to find out, he was the reason that I never
Mhm.
felt good about myself. So once that happened, that released so much. It gave me so much clarity. And now it's like I feel real good now. That
Yeah.
weight has lifted. So I'm still maintaining. I have to remind myself every so often, like when those thoughts come up, like if I walk in the room, even going to Essence, we talked about Essence in your interview. When I went
Mm-hmm.
to Essence, I was like, I don't have anything to wear, and I know these other women are going to be looking great, makeup, hair, they're going to be, you know, celebrating their quirks and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. I just feel, swollen and stuff because I've gained weight because have been eating during the summer, just having a good time. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? You need to stop tripping. It's gonna be some women there, with their little kegs out. They ain't not gonna care. They're gonna be having a good time. You go and do the same thing. So
Thank
yeah, that's what I did. I made sure to tell myself, you gonna go. If you want to
you.
be comfortable. You ain't trying to impress nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Go and look good for yourself if you want to. Make sure,
Yeah.
shower, brush your teeth, stuff like that. But
Do the general stuff.
right. But that's what I did. And I tell myself that all the time. You know,
Yeah.
forget about the next woman, stop comparing yourself and just
Yes.
be who you were created to be. Yeah, I just try to play
And
up what I was blessed with. If I
yes,
don't feel like losing the weight right now, I'm not going to lose the weight. And I don't care what nobody else says about it. So,
it is what it is.
yeah.
Comparison is the thief of joy, and that's a fact.
Mhm. Right.
You know how we hear those quotes and stuff all the time, and like, okay, this is so cliche. No, that's a fact, actually, because I've
Mm-hmm.
lived it. So that's a fact. Wow, I can't just thinking about, the guy you said that you didn't really, care for the man, and that man bullied you.
He
And you're a
did.
child.
He did.
And it seems like just from what I read, he was projecting his insecurities about his own child
Yeah, he
onto
was.
you.
He was. He
And
was.
I'm like, what in the world? Like, what kind of mindset would you have to look at a child and bully a child and you like a 30, 40-year old grown person, not realizing how just from reading your story and experiencing myself, how that breaks you to at your core. Like
Mm-hmm.
on the outside, you may have kept it together, but inside it's brokenness. And then
Mm-hmm.
it follows you until you stop and face it and say, I'm gonna heal this.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you for writing that chapter. It helped me. It triggered me. But
Mm-hmm.
the beauty about triggers is once you are triggered, you know what you need to work on.
Right.
So that's what I loved about it. And I'm gonna read it again. Okay. I just want to
Okay.
see what's gonna keep surfacing for me because it's been so much.
Yeah.
It's like every time I turn around, I'm looking at, oh wait, I remember that happened and how that made me feel, like how people would embarrass and humiliate me.
Yeah.
Like those type of triggers were coming up for me from reading your chapter. So I really thank you because I needed to deal with that stuff because I had forgotten all about that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing that. And while we're on the topic of your chapter and you being the visionary, like you're the visionary of this book. So
Yeah.
you came up with the idea and you were inspired. But when you just think about your book as a whole, who is it for? Like who is that target person?
It is for the woman who has went through sexual abuse, the woman who has been verbally abused, emotionally abused, for the woman who has went through some type of illness or going through a disability, It's for the woman who has experienced death and don't know how to come back from that. It's for the woman who has really allowed life to push her to the side and she's just
Yeah.
going through the motions. So it's for all these women who has really been through something and no longer feels like, they have the time to fulfill those dreams and goals. It's for the woman who has, just looked at themselves and say it's too late. It's not too late. It's not too late until you are underground.
Mm,
So you need
mm,
to see that what God has given you, that is precious. If until he
yes.
calls you home, you should be working on whatever he puts on you to
Yes.
do. So
Absolutely.
just for that woman.
Wow. That covers a lot of us.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, that covers a lot of us. So even if I hadn't have been in the book, I would have bought the book
right.
anyway. Because just the idea of the topic of confidence, and it feel like it took me decades to
Yeah.
get to a space where I was confident. And I tell my daughter this all the time. I said, I have more confidence as a plus woman than I did when I was skinny.
Yeah,
And I
that's
don't
the
know how
crazy
that
part.
happened, but I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've noticed like a lot of the plus size models that's on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, they have so much confidence. And the men that love them in return, that's a
Yes,
confidence boost. So wherever I find inspiration from, I take that. So
yes,
the woman that looks like she's not supposed to be living her best life, but really is, that's all the confidence boost that I need. I don't care about
absolutely.
these skinny, filters and the face full of makeup. I mean, they're beautiful too now. Don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong, but I'm more so of like, this is what society says is not
Yeah.
supposed to happen. So when
Mm-hmm.
it's the opposite, of course, those are my superheroes.
Yeah,
Take that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of confidence, because we on the topic of confidence,
Hmm.
what does that mean to you?
Confidence is being like my tagline on the website where people can go pre-order the book. Go pre-order the book. Um, every woman should feel comfortable in the skin they're in, no matter how that skin looks, whether it's stretched out, whether it's what they call deformed or you know stretch marks. If you have stretch marks, girl, that is part of life. Let it go.
Yeah,
Just
giving
being
life too.
right, just being comfortable in your skin, like you still are, the junk. You are still all
Yeah,
of that, no matter if you fit the aesthetic that society says you're supposed to fit. So that's what
exactly.
confidence is to me.
Exactly. Yeah, that standard that's been put on people just in general is crazy. And I think a lot of people, that's why they're battling mental, like, depression and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
because for those who live by that, it can be a lot. But when you break free and just be yourself, you're much happier.
Yeah.
Much happier.
Mm-hmm.
And you spoke about highs and lows earlier. And I like how you talked about that even in the book, because I don't think people understand when you start working on yourself and you start getting the help you need and start healing. I don't know why people assume that you don't go through anything and you don't feel anything, but there are highs and lows. I wrote a blog
Mm-hmm.
about when the upswing of the pendulum, and what I meant was those highs and lows. Like,
Mm-hmm.
one minute I'm on top of everything, and then I'll start, getting low and feeling like, where's all this coming from? And you hit the nail on the head, because I too experience that. And those are my times when I just have to retreat. I
Mm-hmm.
have to just withdraw and figure all this out. Like, where is this coming from? because something triggered this. And again, a trigger, when it surfaces, it's just like the axe head. When it surfaces, we need to deal with that.
Right.
Don't push it back down. And that, during those low moments, that's usually what I'm doing. I'm working on the triggers, trying to trace the root of them and see what's going on, because this process is continual.
Right.
This is never going to be something that I'm going to be like, oh, I'm done. Right. Unless I've left here, gone to glory somewhere. But this is an everyday thing, because it's like, I'm in my 40s. Well, I am 40. And this stuff started happening to me when I was a child. So there's no way a couple of sessions, a couple of journal prompts, working out a couple of triggers is going to be it. I'm loaded with triggers. Okay. There's a lot. There's so many. Because I remember I had some guests over at my house, and they woke up really early, waking me up. They were waking me up out of my sleep. That triggered me. And I had to figure out, why did that trigger me so bad? Because as a child, when my grandmother would get off work from Angola at 5 o'clock in the morning, she waking the whole house up to clean the house. And the house was clean.
Girl.
Depriving us of sleep. So I had to learn, why do I not like being waken up? Of course, in general, just who's going to wake somebody up? That's disrespectful anyway. But it was deeper than that for me. So during those low times, that's definitely what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What I'm doing. So thank you for thank you for touching on that. I just have my note cards here because I made some notes from what I read. But you spoke about people walking away from you when you open your mouth. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, really, it was about how I really felt about myself. There was the internal conflict that I felt like I didn't have anything valuable to share with people. People didn't. And then I projected that, and people acted out what I projected. So it really started with me when people would approach me, ask me questions, and I start to talk, and they walk away. And for a long time, I didn't get it until I start working on myself. It's what I put out there. That's what I put out there. So people just acted accordingly to what I put out there. So I can't have an attitude with those people, because I set the boundary for them. And they just did what I put out there for them to do. So, yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because as a belief therapist, I tell people that whatever's going on internally is going to be reflected externally. So I'm glad you said that, because it's kind of hard for some people to get that. And then with me, with organizing, if it's chaotic internally, if I come to your house and it's a mess and it's all over the place, then I'm going to immediately know, just from me, that something's going on. What's going on? So thank you for sharing that, because I'm like, I just try to get them to get it and to understand and make that connection. It's so many connections that we haven't made, because there's a lot of traumas and things that we've experienced that's causing ailments in our bodies.
Yeah.
And those connections, slowly people are making them. But once we really make those connections and we start releasing that trauma, we'll feel better. Like, we won't have any inflammation in our bodies.
Yeah.
We won't deal with all these aches and these cramps and stuff, because we're releasing the stuff that we need to release. And that's why, again, with your writing, you're releasing. I know you had started working on it already, but even reading this the way I released, I know you had to have gotten a release. So I was like, oh yeah, I know some healing took place right in this chapter for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had just went through something with somebody prior to that.
Yeah.
So it was at a point where, stuff just clicked. I said, you know what? I'm choosing me. If they want to act that way, because not to say that they don't have the knowledge and the training to, treat people the way they're supposed to be treated, treat the people that
Mm-hmm.
you are related to, that you say you love the right way. If you
Mm-hmm.
fail to do that, that's on you. That's a personal problem. You're not making
Yeah.
it mine. You're not going to make that a personal problem for me. And I rather, like my mama always tells me and my brothers, and even her grandchildren, it's not about what people do to you, it's what you do to people. So I make it my business that even if you're being nasty with me, I'm not going to put my values, my faith, jeopardize my faith and my relationship with God to seek vengeance, or to seek to, sink to your level, because that pulls me out of my position, because you pulled me down and you got me where you want me. Not
Yeah.
anymore. I'm staying up here. I'm staying
Yeah.
up here where I'm supposed to be, because I want to continue to, go higher. If you
Yeah.
stay on that lower level, that's on you.
Yeah. Don't give them your power.
Right.
We were just talking about we were just talking about that.
Right.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So um as it pertains to a lack of confidence, what what just give us like three other issues that are associated with a lack of confidence. Like how could that hinder you? Just give us like three other ways that people probably don't even make the connection.
Well, with the lack of confidence, how you allow opportunities to pass you by, that
That's a
goes
good.
back to that. Um, Two is feeling like, your self-worth isn't what it should be.
That's a
It
good.
goes back to that, because you feel like you as a person, people are not going to listen to me. People are not going to take me serious. That goes back to the lack of confidence, because something happened to, take you out of being the confident person that you were supposed to be in the very
Yeah.
beginning. And then third, I would say using those past experiences and disappointments, and really not allowing yourself to be vulnerable to live life. Those types of things you rehearse in your mind. That thing you have become an expert at those old things. So, yeah, it's time
Yeah.
to become an expert in the solution.
That part. Because
Yeah.
imagine how many situations we've experienced and gone through, and we just keep repeating the situation instead of applying what
Mm-hmm.
we've learned. And that's where I am. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is how I did this time. Let's try something different, because
Yeah.
clearly that time that didn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it took me a long time to get there, but I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. So other than we got Confident as She coming out on the 3rd. Of course, audience, if you want to pre-order the book today, you can, and I'll have Toya tell you where you can do that toward the end. But other than this book, and of course we know we have a new Christian romance coming out on the 15th, correct?
Correct.
Do you have any more projects? I know you
I
have a
have
coloring book.
yeah. I
Yeah.
also have my workbook journal.
Oh, I gotta get that one.
Yeah, loving the me I see, that corresponds with my chapter. The title of that chapter was is Beauty Redefined. So
Mm-hmm.
I talk about how you need to redefine your beauty. It's like a few little journal prompts and
Yes.
affirmations and things of that nature. Well, you can use this. It's like 100 and something pages. I think it's
I
a
gotta
hundred and
get
ten
that.
pages. But
Yeah.
yeah, I made it where the big lips and stuff. So, because growing up, if you had those big lips, the features, big nose, whatever, people
Yeah.
always had something to say. But that's what I put
Oh,
on a mirror. So you need to learn how to love the person that you see in the mirror. So
that's
yeah,
it.
I did that one, and
I
then
love.
I did the coloring book. Pretty
Yes, got
motivated,
that one.
and that it's just an affirmation coloring book. It's something that
Mm-hmm.
I just put together just a few pages. You can look at the
Yeah.
affirmations, color it, release some stress, and
Yeah,
so
I
yeah,
love it.
that's
I
what
gotta
that
get the
is.
workbook. I have the coloring book, so I'm gonna have to go
Okay.
and get that workbook definitely. I love to color. Color is very therapeutic, and it also helps me reconnect with my inner child. Because as a
Hmm.
child, I love coloring,
Right.
so that helped me. That helped me there. So I was super excited because I want to say I saw it on your email list that you sent out that you had that coloring book, and
Hmm.
I immediately clicked that link. I was like, "Oh yeah, let me go ahead and get this." So
Yeah.
that's why I was telling you guys that it's beneficial to join the email list. Please
Yeah.
join the email.
Yeah. Please
And speaking
do.
of the email list, where can they? How can they join? Where can they find you?
If you go to my link tree / Toya Toya Danae Denae, you will find all my links to YouTube and my blog, my personal website, even to pre-order this book, our new book, Confident is She. You can go
Yay.
pre-order all of that. And of course, I have my Black Christian Romance coming out on Amazon on the 15th. You can go to Amazon Kindle and pre-order that. And I have some other projects coming toward the end of this year. So yeah, I'm trying to keep myself busy. Trying to keep myself busy. So if you do that, if you get on my email list before the 15th, I will be able to send you the book for free. The
Oh,
Black Christian Romance will be free because I did promise that once I publish this book, it will be free for a period of time. So please get on it while you can, because
definitely.
after like a 2 to 3 day period, you got to go to Amazon to pay for it.
Okay, you guys. So I hope that encourages you to go ahead and sign up for that email list. Um, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to interview you. Okay, it's a pleasure. It's an honor. A full-time writer. Okay, I love it. Those are the goals that I have. I have that written down on my board, and I'm gonna do that one day. And I'm gonna look up to you as I do that. But are there any closing remarks you would like to say?
Really just to be who God created you to be. Stop trying to be other people because God created them to be who they are and He created you to be who you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Learn how to forgive yourself when you mess up. Stop, browbeating yourself when you mess up. Stop
Right.
allowing other people's opinions to make you feel bad about yourself. Only God's opinion matters, and you can gain your opinion about yourself from Him because ultimately what He says goes. So when
Yeah.
you deny his voice and his word, you're denying the truth. So you should always want to live in truth, walk in truth, talk in truth.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. And be you. Be confident in being you. I
Right.
love it. Make sure you guys go get that book, sign up for the email list. Please get the workbook. Please get the coloring book. Get you some color pencils from Walmart. That's what I got.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a joy. Anytime you feel stressed or anything, just color.
Yeah.
It makes you feel so much better. And that's the whole set. So just go get the whole set.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, you will not be disappointed at all. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in the book. I'm not just saying it because I know Toya's a great writer. I'm saying that because we need this at this hour. So
Yeah.
go ahead, hurry up and get to the website and make sure you pre-order your book and you get the workbook and the coloring book. It has been a pleasure. Thank you again for allowing me to interview you. And until next time, we'll see you later.
All right. Bye.